All right, my lawn and garden friends, thanks for joining me in today's exciting video. Now, the end of last week, I finally picked up my new backpack blower and I am stoked. Now, this is my first backpack blower, so I did a bit of research, went through my questions that I needed answered to decide on which one to go, and that was between the Husqvarna, the Echo, and the Stihl. So I'll go through later why I ended up with what I did, but let's check out what I went with. All right, everybody, so as you can see, I went the Stihl BR800. Now, the main reason why I went the Stihl brand is not because I have other Stihl products that I run in the business. The number one reason, and this is a bit of education for anyone out there who's starting their lawn and garden journey in business, or even if you're just looking for a product or products to go with in looking after your own personal property, the number one reason why I went Stihl is because that is the local nearest dealer to my clients. Now, that is a key factor in choosing what brands you go with. Now, the problem is, like, if you went with another brand, say, you know, Echo, but your nearest dealer was 15 Ks away and Stihl was 2 Ks away, then every time there is a warranty claim, every time there is an issue, you have to travel that distance to go out and get the product sorted, or whatever the issue is sorted, and that is a massive waste of time. One of the key things in this line of work is time management, and you, like, throughout the week, especially in growing season, you are flat out running around, busy, trying to get your jobs done in the day. So time management is absolutely crucial. I mean, I think time management is crucial in any business, but particularly for the lawn and garden industry, you need to be spot on. And if you are wasting all that extra time having to travel a lot further just to go out and deal with an issue or get filters or get plugs or something like that, then that's a big waste of time. So yeah, the number one thing why I went with Stihl is because that is my local dealer, and that is Brisbane Mower Centre on Pickering Street at Enoggera. So make sure you go down and see Peter and Jean there, because they are absolutely incredible people, really lovely to deal with, have always looked after me, and you know, I appreciate their support on the business. But yeah, besides the fact they're lovely people, they're local, they're nice and local. So if I know there's any warranty issues with this or anything like that, or any of my equipment, it's a 5-minute drive and I can go in and sort it out. So definitely keep that in mind when you are choosing the brand of equipment you're going with for either your business or whether you're looking to get a blower, mower and a brush cutter for your own personal private property to look after. Keep that in mind. So yeah, that is the main reason I went with Stihl. Now, we'll go a little bit into the BR800, why I chose the BR800. Now, I'm a part of a Facebook group called the LMCA, which stands for Lawn Mowing Contractors of Australia Facebook group. Now, I put a post on the group asking actually about the BR700. I was looking at that because I thought the BR800 was just overkill for my business. I have, you know, my business isn't completely doing massive industrial estates or anything like that where the backpack blower is just used day in, day out. I probably have about half of private clients and half of sort of unit complexes, etc. So I didn't think the BR800 was anything I needed. I thought it was like overkill. But after putting my post up on the LMCA group and saying, hey everybody, who's used the BR700, what are your thoughts of it? I basically got the feedback of, don't worry about the 700, pay the extra $100 and jump to the 800. And I'm so glad I did. I've used this 2 days out in the field so far, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I have loved it. Now, the other reason why I went with a backpack blower is I also look after a number of tennis courts. And if anyone out there looks after tennis courts, you'll be somewhat quite aware of how annoying blowing a tennis court with a handheld blower can sometimes be. Sometimes you are chasing your tail and just blowing the leaves round and round the outside of the tennis court. And sometimes they can create a whirlwind inside there. A lot of the tennis courts I look after have hedges all the way around it, so it just creates a whirlpool. And having more power on board, like lots more power, just makes it 10 times easier to get the leaves and debris where you want it to be in the corner to pick up, or whether you have a section that you can blow it onto the garden or something like that. Yes, the backpack blower just made it a lot easier. But yeah, so that's the reason why I went with Stihl, was because of the convenience and ease of being able to get to the shop if I need to. But yeah, that's it. All right, everybody, so let me take you through a bit of a run through of the machine. Now we'll start with this little silver clip here at the top, and that holds the blower tube on there for transportation purposes. Now, if you don't have a blower rack, then you'll probably want to hook this on each time you move it. But if you have a blower rack, then the tubing will sit connected to that. So yeah, that's your rack, little metal clip here. You just pull that out like so, and that releases that. And then moving on to the blower tubing, you've got your handle, as you can see here, which is super comfortable so far, I've learned, in the way of usage. And on the side here, we have the trigger, the off, by just pushing down on that, and that will shut it down. And then we have your automatic and lock-on revs. So you just shift this up, and that eliminates the need for holding the trigger down. If you're doing you know, long lengths of blowing, you can just utilize it that way. So yeah, that's it. Now just make sure you haven't left that in the throttle on position, or the machine will not start. Some people get caught out that way, but yeah, so just make sure that is all the way down there, then the machine will start. Now this orange circle here, that is your lock mechanism for your blower tube extension. It is currently locked. You just unlock it by doing that, and you're able to you know, lengthen your tube to that length, etc. And then once you're done, for transportation purposes, you can lock it back up. Now also, lengthening your tube just makes control of the ground stuff a little easier if you need to stay close to the ground. And then obviously having the tube away creates a wider width of blowing force. But you know, you just adjust it to where you're blowing in particular. But yeah, that is the tubing and the little clip that clips onto the back. So far, the straps have been fantastic and have been super comfortable in the small amount of time I've used this so far. Now, I did learn, I used it for the first time and I didn't do the chest strap or the abdomen strap up. And like, this thing has enough blowing force that the thing was actually trying to blow off my back. So I do recommend having the straps clips done up like so. It just makes for a more comfortable use, and you don't have to be fighting the machine. And it just, yeah, makes it more comfortable. And obviously for longevity of keeping your back and spine good, then I definitely recommend doing the chest and abdomen straps up. This has been, yeah, super comfortable. And again, really not heavy, very light. But yeah, straps have been so far fantastic. On the left hand side here, you'll see the start cord. Now this one of course has it so you can be wearing the backpack and pull it to start it. I'll do a bit of a demonstration of that in a minute. And then round to the back, of course, we have our fuel tank and fuel cap here. And that was a bit pressurized, but anyway, not anymore. Here we'll have our fuel primer, as you can see, and the choke. But anyway, I'll put it on for you guys. You can see it on, and then I'll start it up, and yeah, you can see how it goes. Oh, now before you put it on, just make sure you prime it 3 times. Sorry, I should show you that. So yeah, prime 3 times, and then up for choke. Now you can probably start it off, but I've just been starting with it on. I normally have it on top of my ute, so there's no real bending down to try and get into it. Bring that up. I make sure I clip my straps up like so. And like I mentioned earlier, just make sure on the handle that this is down, not on automatic throttle. so it isn't, ready to go. And then all you want to do is just bring a bit of tension to the machine and away you go. And then just rev it to take the choke off, and that's it. Away you go. Feel like Terminator, walking around with a Gatling gun or something. But yeah, that is it. Super handy, super comfortable. I will just also mention, I'll rev it for a little bit. And that is it. Very comfortable, very easy to use. And yeah, now I will just mention too, now I will do a review on this machine completely, more in-depth review once I've actually used it for a while. I like to use any of my equipment for quite some time, and then I'll do a review on it. I will just also let you know that this handle is adjustable for obviously people with different arm lengths. You just crack this down and you're able to slide that forward or back wherever you find a comfortable position. Lock that up, bing, bang, boom, and away you go. And as I mentioned, very easy to just crack that open, extend your tube, close it, and away you go. And that gives you just a really nice close to the ground control of debris. Another thing that I'm really enjoying with this blower. But yeah, that's it started, and that is it on me. We'll just crack that open again, put that away, close that up. And then getting it off, you can just let that sit there. I crack these open, and then it's really not heavy. I've got almost a full tank of gas in there, so it's almost at like max weight capacity. Yeah, just sling the thing off. I take that off, and I normally just throw it on the top of my ute because that's about good height. And then, yeah, put the clip back on like so. And that's it. Done. All right, everybody, so that is it for the look into my new backpack blower, the BR800 from Stihl. If you have any questions regarding it, by all means put them in the comments below, or if you've you know, been using the Stihl backpack blower for a while and enjoyed it, or what you haven't enjoyed about it, make sure you put them in the comments below as well. If you are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and the notification bell as well, and make sure to click the thumbs up button on any of the videos you enjoy on the MOW Time channel. But anyway, as always, I hope you all are staying well, mentally and physically. We'll see you legends in the next video.